Hello folks. Today we're going to be working on making a batch of salsa. Primarily a tomato product. A little bit of peppers in it, a little bit of onions, some spices, and I'm going to use primarily Roma tomatoes. They've got good body. You don't want a lot of juice. You want firm fleshed tomatoes, and Romas are that. As you can see, they're just a little bit different than most tomatoes. They're elongated, pear-shaped, oval-shaped, and they're not huge. Maybe 4 to 6 ounce. Probably 6 ounce would be pushing it. What we need to do is get a pot of water boiling, and I have this colander, I guess you'd call it. Fits right inside another stainless pan, and we're going to scald or blanch these tomatoes. You get water boiling, put your tomatoes in it for approximately 2 minutes. The skin will split. Remove them from the heat, put them in cool water, and let them cool off. Then when you go to peel them, the peel pulls right off in your fingers. It's really a neat process. Now I've got water boiling, and I'm going to set that down inside its mate, the pan that was made to go in. Scald them for 2 minutes, take them out and cool them. I'll show you the process as we move along. Alright, here we are. We have our tomatoes immersed in the boiling water. Let's talk a little bit about tomatoes and canning them, actually. You cannot use aluminum to come in direct contact with the tomatoes. The acid in the tomatoes will react with the aluminum. I don't know what all the problems will be, but let's just not do it. Let's use all stainless steel or enameled pots and such. I do this outdoors just to keep all the heat out of the house, so I get at it pretty early in the morning. But here in just a couple of minutes, this will come back to a boil. And I've got another pan waiting to dump them in to cool them off. Alright, my lovely assistant has the tomatoes that we've blanched. As you see, the peel comes right off of them. She's cutting the end off rather than trying to core them. And while you got the peel, you just peel it down. Peels right off. And you have nothing but tomato flesh left. And that's what you'll use in your salsa. Some are a little stickier and stay on a little better than others. You just have to watch. Each one's going to be a little different. But they just pop right out of the peel. It's almost magic. Almost. It's actually a lot of work. But it's well worth it. I'm told this salsa is some of the best people have had. Either they're lying to me, but I don't know, they keep coming back asking for more, so this is just another step in the process. Alright, now we've got all our tomatoes peeled, and my lovely assistant is just squeezing the tomatoes. All you do is squeeze them, try to squirt them between your fingers. You don't need to cut them, chop them. It'll leave your salsa chunkier, a little better consistency. Take you a few minutes, and there may be a little green spot or two on a tomato that you have to use a knife on, but it's pretty rare. But here shortly we'll start cooking, put spices in, other vegetables. I'll show you how that goes. Alright, we've got our salsa mix simmered and ready to jar up. Now, for me, I like a little crispness in my salsa, a little freshness. And of course all the cooked ingredients don't really have that. So in each jar I put in about a tablespoon of green pepper and onion raw. And then in the process of pouring in the hot liquid and in the processing of the jars, it gets a little cooked enough that it keeps. So we're going to jar these up. I have 20 of them. It'll fit in my big cooker. And we're going to cook them up here in a minute. But this is all there is to it. You just pour the mix in the jars and put them in the cooker.